In a class action lawsuit, what is a lead plaintiff? The lead plaintiff in a class action is typically the individual who agrees to act as the class's plaintiff, while simultaneously representing the interests of all other class members. The lead plaintiff is usually entitled to a fee award at the conclusion of the class action for the additional labor he or she puts into pursuing the claims. The lead plaintiff is the named party, or parties in a class action lawsuit, who is appointed by the court when the case is certified as a class action. The lead plaintiff owes the class a fiduciary obligation and must be competent in representing the interests of all class members. Let's take a look at some of the pros and cons of being a lead plaintiff. There are certain cons or disadvantages. 1. You must have a complete awareness of the situation of the class action. You don't need to be an expert in legal jargon, but you should have a basic understanding. Any lawyer will be able to explain the case's essential elements to you. 2. You will very probably be required to appear in court to speak with the judge to resolve the situation. 3. You may be required to attend settlement conferences. 4. There's a good chance you'll be summoned to deposition and forced to speak. 5. You'll need to get testimonies. Now, let's look at some of the most significant benefits. 1. The most important pro. The most significant pro of serving as a class representative is that you are supporting the system and those who have been wronged. 2. You're making certain that their rights are protected. In a single case, no one is going to litigate for $50. However, people will notice, and companies will notice, if you effectively force their backs against the wall and let them know that consumers and stockholders alike are eager to step forward and fight for their rights as a class representative. 3. A class action lawsuit assures that shareholders' rights and interests are protected. At Calcon, we collaborate with law firms globally. Our automated front-to-back software solutions together with our team of professionals have made the whole front-to-back class action simple and transparent. It also ensures the returns that you deserve and that shareholders' rights are fully enforced. Lead plaintiff's responsibilities. What does it include? 1. Employ your own lawyer, or 2. Consult with Calcon on lawyers most experienced in class action litigation in your area and the merits of the class action lawsuit. 3. File a class action lawsuit. 4. Consult and deliberate on the case. 5. Engaging in the case. And 6. Consenting to any settlement are all important obligations for the lead plaintiff in a class action. Now, let's talk a little more in detail on each of the steps. 1. Appointing your own legal counsel. Your lawyer will assess the case and will most likely negotiate on the cost of the class action lawsuit. If you are unfamiliar with class action litigations, it is best to consult with several firms or engage a third party before deciding on which law firm to engage. 2. Consult with Calcon in selecting lawyers most experienced in class action litigation. While the lead plaintiff in a class action signs a retainer agreement with the attorneys, the lead plaintiff is not responsible for attorney expenditures and so faces no financial risk. Instead, in class action lawsuits, attorneys frequently accept cases on a contingency fee basis, meaning that they pay all costs up front and only get compensated if the case is successful. If the court agrees, the lead plaintiff may be able to recover expenditures such as travel, copying, and mailing. 3. Filing a class action. The lead plaintiff files the lawsuit on behalf of all other people who have suffered the same or similar damages as a result of the same offender. At Calcon, we collaborate with law firms in almost every country to help facilitate securities class action lawsuits, from participation to cash settlement. 4. Case consulting. The lead plaintiff participates in case planning and decision-making, as well as having some control over how the case is handled. Any major decision should be communicated with the lead plaintiff's counsel, who should also provide comments throughout the process. 5. Participating in the case. The lead plaintiff participates in the case by answering interrogatories, submitting papers and other evidence, and giving a deposition, among other things. The lead plaintiff is present at all hearings, trials, and other court proceedings. 6. Agreeing to any settlement. The most important responsibility of the lead plaintiff is to engage with class action counsel about possible settlements. Any settlement proposals should be carefully addressed with the lead plaintiff's attorneys, who may refuse to accept any deal without the client's permission. Furthermore, the lead plaintiff is the only one who has the authority to accept or reject a settlement offer. Any settlement agreed by the lead plaintiff binds all other class members automatically. What compensation is a lead plaintiff entitled to? In addition to recovering their actual losses, a lead plaintiff may be awarded additional monies over and beyond the compensation given to other members of the class, at the discretion of the court. It's referred to as an incentive reward. Incentives are intended to recompense class representatives for work done on behalf of the class, to compensate for the financial or reputational risk taken in filing the action. The majority of the time, incentive awards are requested after a settlement or verdict has been reached. In deciding whether or not to award an incentive to the lead plaintiff, courts will look at the following factors. 1. The financial and other risks to the class representative in filing suit. 2. The notoriety and personal difficulties faced by the class representative. 3. The amount of time and effort spent by the class representative. And 4. The length of the litigation. When it comes to selecting who will bring a lawsuit and whether one will be brought at all, Calcon and its lawyers are basically the de facto gatekeepers. Most attorneys, contrary to popular assumption, will not take on a consumer's case if they do not believe the consumer's claims are legitimate. At Calcon, we collaborate with law firms, banks, fund managers, insurance companies, hedge funds, custodians, finance professionals, individual investors, and academics, globally, to provide the most informed and efficient claim process. Our automated front-to-back software solutions, together with our team of professionals, will ensure the returns that you deserve and that shareholders' rights are fully enforced. If you suspect you have a class action claim, contact us at info@calcon.org. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to drop us a line if you have any questions, or subscribe to arrange a free consultation so that we can assess the merits of your case. Our automated system also checks and notifies our subscribers for securities class action lawsuits and notifications of settlements.